If you have noticed that getting out of bed in the morning feels a bit like trying to start an old car on a freezing winter day, I want you to know that you are certainly not alone. Many of my patients walk into my clinic, sit down across from my desk, and confess that they feel a distinct, heavy hesitation before taking that very first step of the day. They tell me how they grip the edge of the nightstand for support, waiting for a stubborn knee or a stiff hip to somehow warm up, taking a deep, hesitant breath before they dare move forward into their own hallways. What most people don't realize is that this morning lag isn't just an inescapable mandatory tax you pay for getting older. It is actually a vital, quiet signal from deep within your body warning you of a subtle shift in how your joints are functioning. Today I am going to show you exactly how to turn that stressful morning hesitation into a steady, reliable stride using an approach I call the daily freedom method. But before we unlock the core of this method, we need to address a specific afternoon trap that millions of seniors fall into every single day, a habit that feels completely harmless and even relaxing but actually contributes directly to joint stiffness while you rest. Stay with me because what we are going to cover today can support your daily function for years to come, and the details of how our body processes movement might surprise you. Before we look at the solutions, let us do a quick 3-question physical checkup right from your chair to see how your physical function is tracking. Evaluate your body honestly over the past month and give yourself 1 point for every yes answer. First, do your knees, ankles, or hips feel stiff or gummy for more than 15 minutes after you get out of bed or after you stand up from a long sit on the sofa? Second, do you find yourself relying heavily on your arms, using both hands to forcefully push off the armrests just to get out of a deep couch or your favorite easy chair? Third, do you feel a subtle sense of unsteadiness or anxiety when you are walking on uneven ground, like a gravel path, a grassy lawn, or an unexpected crack in the sidewalk? Keep your total score in mind and feel free to share it in the comments below, along with your age and where you are watching from today. I check in on our community discussions regularly, and seeing folks from all across the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, and Australia helps us build a wonderful health family here where no one has to feel isolated by their physical challenges. If you scored even a single point on that test, it simply means your joints are asking for a little extra attention before it alters your lifestyle completely. I remember a patient of mine named Arthur, a 72-year-old retired school teacher from Ohio, who used to love walking his neighborhood every evening with his wife Martha. Arthur noticed his knees were feeling a bit stiff in the morning, but like many of us, he brushed it off as a normal part of life. He made the simple mistake of moving less to protect his joints, thinking he was doing the right thing by resting them. If his knee ached, he skipped the evening walk. If the stairs felt heavy, he stayed on the ground floor. Within 6 months, Arthur's world began to shrink. Because he was protecting his joints by staying still, the large thigh muscles that support his knees began to weaken from underuse. Soon he couldn't confidently step off a standard curb without his leg trembling. He stopped going to family gatherings and missed his grandson's graduation because he was worried about misstepping in public or not finding a close parking spot. It wasn't the joint changes themselves that changed Arthur's life, it was his reaction to them. This is the exact frustrating cycle I want to help you avoid today using the daily freedom method. Let us look at why that morning stiffness happens in the first place. Because when you understand the mechanics of your own body, you lose the anxiety and gain the tools to make lasting improvements. Inside your joints is a smooth protective cushion called cartilage, which relies on a natural lubricating fluid called synovial fluid to glide easily without friction. When you are asleep at night, your body is completely still for hours. Without movement, that vital fluid settles and thickens up, much like motor oil sitting in a cold engine during a long winter night. If you stand up immediately and force your full body weight onto those unlubricated surfaces, you are asking dry tissues to do heavy lifting, which can cause minor strain to the joint environment. A core piece of the daily freedom method is a simple 2-minute habit called bed ankle pumps, which you can do while you are still lying comfortably under the warm covers. You simply point your toes straight down away from you, then pull them back up toward your shins, repeating this motion 15 times. This action works like a manual oil pump for your lower limbs. It helps circulate fresh, thin, lubricating fluid across the cartilage surfaces and prepares the tendons around your ankles and calves for weight bearing. Many people notice that when they finally step out of bed after doing this, that sharp morning lag is significantly reduced, allowing them to step down with immediate stability. This morning stiffness ties directly into another major factor that influences how comfortable your joints feel, which many seniors completely overlook: the profound connection between your circulation, your blood pressure, and your daily vitality. As we move through life, the blood vessels naturally become less flexible, and blood flow to our lower limbs can slow down. When circulation is less than optimal, your tissues don't receive the ideal amount of oxygen and nutrients needed to repair the normal wear and tear of daily activity. Furthermore, sluggish circulation can cause fluid to pool around your ankles and knees by the early afternoon, creating a heavy, tired sensation that makes movement feel like an exhausting chore. Think of it like an old municipal water system. If the pressure drops or the pipes are narrow, the homes at the very end of the line don't get enough water. Your joints, particularly your knees and ankles, are at the very end of that circulatory line. Keeping your cardiovascular system supported through gentle movement isn't just about heart health. It is about keeping the delivery pathways wide open so your joints can stay resilient, flexible, and fully supplied with the nutrients they need to thrive. This mechanical reality impacts our afternoon routine significantly, and I want you to look closely at your own day to see if you are practicing this without realizing the consequences. Imagine a typical afternoon where you finish your lunch, complete a few household chores, and decide to sit down in your favorite deep plush recliner to read a book or watch the news. It feels incredibly cozy and well-deserved. But because the chair is soft and low, your hips sink far below your knees, locking your joints at a sharp, stagnant angle for 2 or 3 hours at a time. During this prolonged stillness, your circulation naturally slows down. The fluid in your legs pools due to gravity, and the muscles around your lower back, hips, and pelvis begin to tighten up like old, dried rubber bands. When you finally try to stand up, you have to rock back and forth several times just to gain enough upward momentum, and your balance feels completely off for those first few crucial steps. To break this state of physical stagnation, without giving up your favorite chair or robbing yourself of relaxation, the Daily Freedom Method introduces a simple concept called movement snacks into your afternoon routine. Every 50 to 60 minutes, challenge yourself to simply stand up from your seat, stretch your arms gently toward the ceiling, take one deep, clearing breath, and then sit right back down. If you feel steady, take a short, purposeful walk to the kitchen to pour a small glass of water before returning to your book or program. This 90-second adjustment completely breaks the cycle of stiffness, encourages fresh, oxygenated blood down to your feet, and prevents your joint surfaces from sticking together. It is a tiny shift in your day, but over weeks and months, many people notice it beautifully supports their natural mobility and preserves their daily vitality in a massive way. Paying attention to these habits is especially important for the knees, which act as the primary structural shock absorbers for your entire body. Every time you climb a flight of stairs, get up from a low toilet seat, or step off a curb into the street, your knees absorb a force equal to several times your actual body weight. When a knee begins to ache, the most common mistake I see people make is stopping all activity to protect it. It seems logical to rest a part of the body that hurts, but your knee joint is entirely dependent on the large muscles on the front of your thigh, known as the quadriceps, to keep it stable in a line. When you stop moving, those thigh muscles can weaken and shrink remarkably fast. Without that vital muscular support, the impact of every single step you take transfers directly into the bone and cartilage of the knee, causing further irritation and creating a frustrating downward spiral of discomfort and weakness. I remember a patient named Sarah, an active grandmother who loved gardening but started avoiding it because of knee stiffness. She thought she was preserving her joints by sitting more, but the lack of movement caused her quadriceps to weaken. Eventually, just standing up from the dinner table became a painful struggle. To break that cycle and rebuild those natural shock absorbers without placing any heavy weight, stress, or grinding force on the knee joint itself, you can utilize a safe, chair-friendly exercise, the seated leg extension. While sitting straight in a sturdy kitchen chair during breakfast or during commercial breaks on television, slowly lift one foot until your leg is completely straight out in front of you, parallel to the floor. Hold it there for just 3 seconds, feel that thigh muscle engage and tighten under your hand, and then gently lower it back down. Perform 5 controlled repetitions on one side before switching to the other. Because there is zero body weight pressing down on the joint, this movement safely wakes up the quadriceps, helping to support joint comfort and giving you a much more stable, reliable foundation when you walk out your front door. A steady stride also depends heavily on your balance, which holds your entire active life together. As we mature, our balance relies on a highly sophisticated teamwork system between our eyes, our inner ear, and millions of tiny nerve sensors called proprioceptors located deep in the soles of our feet and ankle joints. These sensors tell your brain exactly where your feet are in relation to the ground at every microsecond. If we spend all of our time walking on perfectly flat indoor floors, over plush carpets, and in rigid, heavy shoes, those nerve sensors do not get a wide variety of stimulation. Over time, they can become a bit sluggish from lack of use, causing a slight delay in the split-second messages they send to the brain. This tiny delay is exactly why you might feel a sudden, unsettling wobble when stepping onto a patch of grass, a gravel driveway, or an unexpected crack in the pavement. Many seniors try to compensate for this sluggishness by constantly looking down at their feet while walking outside, staring at the ground to guide their steps. But looking down actually shifts your center of gravity forward, making a trip or a stumble much more likely. Have you noticed yourself or a loved one looking down more often while walking lately? Let me know in the comments if you've experienced this shift in your walking habits. To retrain those nerve sensors and build real lasting ankle stability, you can practice a simple balance habit right at your kitchen counter. While holding onto the sturdy edge of the counter with both hands, slowly lift your heels off the ground until you are standing comfortably on your tiptoes. Hold for 1 second and lower back down. Then gently rock back to lift your toes slightly off the floor while keeping your posture tall and your spine straight. As your confidence and strength grow over the weeks, try holding the counter with just a few fingers, then eventually just one hand. This safe exercise strengthens the complex lower leg muscles and helps your brain rediscover how to make those automatic microscopic adjustments that keep you perfectly upright, steady, and confident on any terrain. Beyond movement and balance exercise, your internal biochemistry plays a substantial role in structural flexibility, particularly when it comes to blood sugar stability. Many of my patients are genuinely surprised to learn that high blood sugar has a direct physical impact on how stiff their joints feel in the morning. When there is excess sugar circulating in your bloodstream from a diet heavy in refined carbohydrates or processed sweets, those sugar molecules can permanently attach themselves to the collagen proteins in your cartilage, tendons, and ligaments through a biological process called glycation. This process creates stiff, brittle compounds known as advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These compounds act like tiny obstacles inside your body, binding your naturally flexible tissues together, making them rigid, and leaving them highly susceptible to fraying, stiffness, and discomfort. Imagine a brand new flexible rubber band compared to one that has been left out on a hot windowsill in the baking sun until it becomes dry and brittle. When you pull the new rubber band, it stretches beautifully and snaps back into place. But when you pull the dry rubber band, it loses its stretch and cracks under the slightest pressure. This is exactly what can happen to your joint collagen when blood sugar levels remain consistently elevated over time. By focusing on a balanced, wholesome pattern of eating that keeps your blood sugar stable, emphasizing whole foods, fiber, and lean nutrients, you are not only supporting your metabolic health, you are actively preserving the natural elasticity and resilience of your physical tissues. To support your body's internal cellular maintenance crew in repairing this collagen and maintaining joint health, you need to provide them with the right raw materials through your daily nutrition. One area that clinical observations strongly suggest is incredibly vital for adults over 60 is high-quality protein. As the body matures, it naturally becomes less efficient at converting the protein we consume into actual muscle tissue, a phenomenon known as age-related muscle resistance. This means a senior needs to be more intentional about protein intake than a younger adult just to maintain their existing strength and help prevent muscle loss. If you don't provide enough building blocks, your body will pull resources from your muscles to support vital organs, leading to that gradual decline in physical power that makes daily tasks feel twice as heavy. Try to include a clean, accessible source of protein with each meal. I often recommend simple, real food options to my patients. You might consider adding 2 eggs to your breakfast routine, incorporating a palm-sized piece of baked chicken or wild-caught fish at lunch, or enjoying a serving of plain Greek yogurt topped with a handful of walnuts as an afternoon snack. These small additions provide a steady stream of amino acids throughout the day, giving your body the tools it needs to repair muscle fibers and keep your structural foundation strong. This becomes incredibly important when we look at how we can support a calm, comfortable environment inside our tissues by managing low-grade chronic inflammation. Think of chronic inflammation like a small, smoky fire smoldering in the background of your joints, never quite going out, causing the tissues to feel continuously tender, puffy, and slow to recover from a simple day of activity. To help soothe this internal environment, many people notice a wonderful benefit from incorporating vibrant, antioxidant-rich foods into their daily meals. Deep red berries, dark purple grapes, leafy green spinach, and bright orange sweet potatoes contain natural plant compounds like polyphenols and carotenoids that help manage oxidative stress and calm down that background irritation. It is never about adopting a strict, joyless diet that forces you to give up everything you love. It is simply about adding more of these protective, colorful foods to your plate to support your well-being from the inside out. Of course, keeping all of these biological systems moving smoothly requires proper hydration, which is one of the simplest yet most frequently neglected pillars of daily movement. As we age, a fascinating physiological change occurs. The internal alarm system in our brain that triggers the sensation of thirst becomes much less sensitive. Because of this, many older adults walk around in a state of mild, chronic dehydration without ever feeling thirsty. This has a massive impact on your joints. Remember that your joint cartilage is made up of an incredibly high percentage of water acting just like a wet kitchen sponge. When the sponge is fully saturated, it can absorb impacts, squeeze down, and bounce back perfectly over and over again. But when it dries out completely, it becomes hard, stiff, and easily tears under pressure. When you are dehydrated, your body prioritizes your vital organs like your heart and brain, pulling water away from your joints and connective tissues. This leaves your cartilage less resilient and more prone to friction during movement. Making a conscious habit to sip clean water steadily throughout the day, even if you do not feel intensely thirsty, keeps those internal joint cushions plump, hydrated, and ready to absorb the shock of daily movement without wearing away. A good practice is to keep a small glass or bottle of water nearby during your afternoon reading or television time, taking a few sips every 20 minutes. That foundation of physical care and hydration directly influences the quality of your sleep, which is when your body handles its essential repair work. I hear from many patients who believe that seniors naturally need less sleep as they age, but your body's requirement for deep, restorative rest remains completely unchanged throughout your life. Sleep is the precise window when your internal repair shop opens for business, releasing specialized growth factors and healing compounds to mend the micro damage your muscles and joints experience during your waking hours. If your sleep is constantly interrupted because you cannot find a comfortable position, or if you wake up tossing and turning from hip discomfort, your body misses this crucial maintenance window, causing you to wake up the next morning feeling even stiffer, more fatigued, and less steady on your feet. A wonderful practical solution for side sleepers, which is a core part of our daily freedom method, involves a simple adjustment to your skeletal alignment. When you sleep on your side, your top leg naturally falls forward to rest on the mattress. While this might feel comfortable initially, that forward twist pulls your pelvis out of alignment and places a continuous twisting strain on your lower back and hip joints for hours at a time. This is why many people wake up with a deep, dull ache in their outer hip or lower back. To relieve this mechanical pressure, simply place a standard supportive pillow between your knees and your ankles. This minor adjustment keeps your knees, hips, and spine perfectly aligned in a neutral position, allowing the surrounding muscles to completely relax and heal during the night. If you prefer sleeping on your back, placing that same pillow directly under your knees will take the tension off your lower back and ease hip discomfort, supporting a much more restful, uninterrupted night of sleep. As we talk about all of these different pieces, from morning ankle pumps and afternoon movement breaks, to protein intake, hydration, and sleep alignment, I want you to take a deep, reassuring breath. If you're sitting there thinking, Dr. Vance, this sounds like an overwhelming number of changes to make, I want to stop you right there. You do not have to rewrite your entire life by tomorrow morning. In fact, when people try to change everything all at once, they usually end up overwhelmed, exhausted, and they end up giving up entirely within a single week. That is the last thing I want for you. The secret to sustainable physical function and maintaining your independence is the power of micro habits. Micro habits are tiny, almost effortless actions that require very little willpower, but yield beautiful results when practiced consistently over time. Think of it like steering a large ship across the ocean. If the captain changes the course by just 1 single degree, you won't notice any sudden dramatic turn. But if that ship keeps sailing on that new path for hundreds of miles, it will end up in a completely different, beautiful destination. Your daily routine works the exact same way. Pick just one single tip we talked about today to focus on for this next week. The morning bed ankle pumps are the perfect place to start. Before your feet ever touch the cold floor tomorrow morning, while you are still lying comfortably under the warm covers, practice those 15 gentle ankle pumps. Let that be your single focus, allowing your body to experience the benefit of fresh joint lubrication before you ever stand up. Once that habit feels completely natural and automatic, like brushing your teeth, then you can think about adding another small piece to the puzzle, such as the afternoon movement snacks or a baseline hydration routine. Always listen to your unique body and honor its limits as you explore these habits. This slow, gentle approach takes away the pressure and replaces it with a steady sense of accomplishment and control over your own well-being. While gentle movement and smart lifestyle adjustments can beautifully support your natural vitality, your health profile is deeply personal to you. It is always a wise, responsible idea to speak with your healthcare provider before starting any new exercise routine or making major adjustments to your wellness plan, especially if you are managing conditions like high blood pressure, joint issues, or diabetes. Individual results will always vary, and a personalized conversation with your doctor ensures you are moving forward safely, effectively, and with total peace of mind. Now, I want to leave you with a direct challenge to kickstart your journey toward lasting physical function. I want you to commit to practicing just one of the techniques we discussed today, whether it is the morning bed ankle pumps, the afternoon movement snacks, or the kitchen counterbalance check every single day for the next 7 days. Pick your one habit right now, write it down, and commit to it completely. Once you have completed your 7 days, I want you to return to this exact video, find the comment section, and leave a message telling me and our wonderful health family how your body feels. This shared accountability is how we build real momentum, conquer hesitation, and protect your hard-earned physical independence together. If you enjoy practical, down-to-earth conversations like this about healthy aging, and you want to ensure you never miss our upcoming discussions on longevity and daily function, I would love to have you join our growing community by hitting the subscribe button. We are building a supportive place where we focus on what you can do at home to stay strong, confident, and independent for the road ahead. Thank you so much for spending this valuable time with me today. Stay active, stay positive, and take wonderful care of yourself. I look forward to seeing you in our next conversation.